If you're a new guitar player and you're looking to take your guitar playing to that next level by learning some songs, keep watching this video. In this video, we're going to be looking at 10 really easy songs that you can play with just a few simple chords. All the songs in this video don't change, so you can learn the one chord pattern that I show you and play through the entire song with that. Some of the recorded versions of these riffs are slightly more complex than what I'm going to show you in this video. I have simplified some of them for the purpose of making this video, so it's a little bit easier for you to get started and have some more songs under your belt. All you're going to need is a little bit of knowledge around some basic chords and how rhythm works, but I will explain each of the rhythms as we go through as well. And the other thing you're going to need is a capo, because some of these songs we have put a capo on to allow you to play simple chord shapes to play the song. This video is brought to you in partnership with musicradar.com, so if you want to read all the chord charts for all of the songs I mention in this video, scroll down to the description and there is a link there to the Music Radar website where there's a full text-based lesson to accompany this video. Gear-wise, what you're hearing today is my PRS S2 Studio. I'm just running this clean through the Blackstar Studio 10 6L6 via the 2-notes Torpedo Captor X. All these songs can be played on any electric guitar or any acoustic guitar. The whole point of this video is just to give you an outline of the chords and the rhythms you need to play 10 really simple songs. Song number 1 is the Bob Dylan track Knockin' on Heaven's Door. The chords we're going to need here are G major, D major, A minor, and C. The rhythm we're going to be doing here is 1, 2, 3, 4, and. So this is a real simple one to start because there's one rhythm, 4 simple chords. So this one we're alternating between 2 slightly different chord patterns. On the first time we're doing G, D, A minor. We're staying on that A minor for 2 bars. Then on the second repeat we're doing G, D, C and staying on the C for 2 bars. So it's going to be like this. So it's a bar of G, a bar of D, and 2 bars of A minor, then a bar of G, a bar of D, and 2 bars of C. The original version of this track is played slightly faster than what I played it there, so here's that at full speed. The second song we're going to be learning is the Benny King track, Stand By Me. Now you'll notice I've put a capo on the 2nd fret of my guitar here. So the chords we're going to be using for this one are G major, E minor, C major, and D major. The rhythm for this track is going to be using some offbeats. So we're doing a strong beat on the 1, then we're playing again on the and of 2, so 1, 2, and. Skipping over the 3 and we're doing and 4 and. So the rhythm is 1, 2, and 3, and 4 and. For this track we're going to be doing 2 bars of G, 2 bars of E minor, 1 bar of C, 1 bar of D, and 2 bars of G. You'll notice I was stopping the initial G chord ringing there with my hand, but you can let this ring if you prefer. I'm just doing that to recreate the percussive sound of the original track. All of the information about the strumming patterns and the direction of the strums that I recommend you do for this are also included in the text lesson down below. So go and hit that link when you're done watching this video and follow along with the chord charts. The third song we're going to be doing is Save Tonight by Eagle Eye Cherry. This uses an A minor chord, an an F chord, a C chord, and a G chord. The rhythm for this one is slightly trickier. Each bar actually contains 2 chords, so we're going to split the bar in half. The first chord takes place over the first 2 beats. We're doing 1 and 2 and a. And again, that's 1 and 2 and a. Then we would change chord and we're going 3 and 4 and a. And again. So when we put that rhythm together, we get 1 and 2 and a, 3 and 4 and a. And once more. So with chords, that looks like this. A minor to F to C to G. And then put that all together. And then when we play that at full speed, it sounds like this. Song number 4 is the Tom Petty track, Free Fallin'. We've got a capo on the 3rd fret here, and we're using just 3 chords, D major, G major, and A major. So this is a 2-bar loop. In the first bar, we're playing on the 1, where we're hitting the D chord. And then we're switching to the G on the and of 2. So it's 1, 2, and. In the next bar, we're going 1 and, which is the G, back to the D. And then on the and of 2, we're hitting the A major chord. So it's 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Song number 5 is Hey Joe by Jimi Hendrix. All guitar players need to learn some Hendrix at some point. The chords we're using here are going to be C, G, D, A, and E. All major chords, and we're also going to be doing a little single note riff on the 7th and 5th frets. So that's the 7 on the E, the 5th on the A. So this riff I have simplified for the purpose of this lesson. To start with the chords, we're going to be doing 1, where we play the lowest note of the chord, and then 2, where I play the full chord. So I'm going to start with the C, so it's 1, 2. Each bar is going to contain 2 chords. So the first bar is going to be C and G. So it's going to be 1, 2 on the C, 3, 4 on the G. The 1 is the first note, the 2 is the full chord. So you did the same thing there for the G, 3, 4. Then I'm doing the same thing for the D to the A. Then the E. So that's 3 bars so far. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's C and G. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's D and A. 1, 2. That's the E. Then we're doing this little riff. So this riff is the 7th fret on the E string, the 5th fret on the A string. The rhythm we're doing here is a 4 and a. So when we put that in the bar with the E, we get 1, 2, 3, a 4 and a. That bar then is repeated twice. So here's that one in full. Track number 6 is Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. Now for this we need just 2 chords. We need an F and a G. But for the purpose of this song, I would recommend playing your G chord in the same shape as the F, but just moving it up 2 frets. So we're playing everything here on the D string down to the high E. So it's F, and then shift that up 2 frets and make it a G. This makes the whole thing slightly easier because we don't have to transition from the F chord to the open G. We can just keep this one shape and move it back and forth. So the rhythm for this one is 1 and 3 and 1 and 3. So it's a very simple rhythm. We're changing chords on the 1. So it's F and 3 and G and 3. So the tricky thing here is that change between the chords, because we're going 1 and 3, but then we're going and 1. So the change is on the 1. And that also works when we go back from the G to the F, and 1. Track number 7 is the White Stripes track, Hotel Yorba. The chords for this one are G, C, and D. This is actually an 8-bar loop where we're doing 2 bars on each chord. So we're doing 2 bars of G, 2 bars of C, 2 bars of D, and 2 bars of G again. The rhythm we're using here is 1, 2, 3, and 4 and. But we are playing this quite loose with a little bit of a swing. So it's going to go like this slowly. Because this is played with a little bit of a swing, don't worry too much about it being really, really tight or really accurate. You can have a lot of fun with this one and play it quite loose. Here's how it sounds at full speed. Track number 8 is the song What's Up by the group 4 Non Blondes. I've got a capo on the 2nd fret for this one, and the chords I'm using are G, A minor, and C. The rhythm I'm going to be using for this one is quite busy. We're going 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a. Then I'm skipping the 4th beat and I'm going E and a on the 4. So it's 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a E and a. We're just doing 1 bar on each chord. Here we're going G, A minor, C, G. Track number 9 is Watermelon Sugar by Harry Styles. We're using a D minor chord, an A minor chord, a C, and a G. The rhythm we're doing here is a little bit of a funk-inspired rhythm. So on the first 2 beats, we're doing full 16th notes. So that's 1 E and a, 2 E and a. Then on the 3rd and 4th beats, we're still keeping with that 16th note theme, but we're skipping the downbeat. So we're going 3, we're not playing 3, E and a. 4, we're not playing, E and a. So it's 1 E and a, 2 E and a, E and a, E and a. There's a little bit of a funk thing going on there. So it sounds like this. Those skipped beats just give the track a little bit of a funk style groove. So here's how it sounds with chords, 1 bar on each chord. And finally, track number 10 is the Ed Sheeran song, Shape of You. I've got a capo on the 4th fret here, and the chords I'm using for this are A minor, D minor, F, and G. The rhythm for this track can be quite tricky to count, especially if you're new to counting rhythm, because we're using a subdivision known as dotted 8th notes. Now, don't worry if you don't know what a dotted 8th note is. Just think of this by how it sounds. You can break this down into 16th notes. What we're doing is we're playing on the beat. So 1, E, and A. So on the A right before the 2nd beat. And we're not playing on the 2nd beat. The next time we're playing is the and of 2. So it's 1 E and A, 2 E and, 3 E and A, 4 E and. It's quite tricky to count if you're new to rhythm, so just think about the sound. 1 A and 3 A and 1 A and 3 A and. We're doing 2 chords in each bar. So 1 chord on the 1 and then the next chord on the 3. We're doing them in that order. So we're going A minor to D minor, then F to G. So it's 1 A and 3 A and 1 A and 3 A and. As I said, don't worry too much about counting that in the early stages, just think of that pulse. If you can get that pulse in your head, you can easily play that song. So there you go, there are 10 really easy songs that are pretty much the same all the way through that use just a few simple chords. Now these 10 songs will set you up for a bunch of different skills on guitar, like improving your chord changes, improving your rhythm, and just having a bunch of great songs under your belt. Like I said, if you want to check out the chord charts and all the strumming patterns for these songs written out in full detail, there's a link to the musicradar.com website down below in the description. You can go click that link. That'll take you straight through to the lesson that accompanies this video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this, don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button. And if you're just starting out your guitar journey and you do want to learn more, you can check out my guitar course, which is also linked down below in the description as well. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments if there are any easy beginner songs you think should have made this list. Let me know what you would have liked to have seen and any songs you think are great for new players to learn. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you very soon.